I welcome one and all in today's function. We have gathered here today to welcome His Lordship Justice D.S. Thakur in our midst. May I request our President Mr. Nitin Thakur to address our members and welcome Justice Thakur.
The Honorable Mr. Justice Dheeraj Singh Thakur, Dr. Birendra Saraf, Vice President of Bombay Bar Association, Mr. Vishal Kanade, Secretary of Bombay Bar Association, former Presidents of Bombay Bar Association, Senior Advocates, members of Bombay Bar Association, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, welcome to Mumbai. Welcome to this one of the oldest and prestigious High Court of Bombay. Welcome to the oldest bar association of the country. On behalf of myself and Bombay Bar Association, I extend a very warm welcome to Justice Dheeraj Singh Thakur on his transfer from the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir in Ladakh to one of the premier high courts of the country, Bombay High Court. Justice Thakur is coming from the state which is regarded as heaven on the earth for its clean air and natural beauty. Lakes, mountains, trees and rivers. Our Mumbai, though is called City of Dreams, is full of polluted air and concrete jungle. It is commercial capital of India though. With trade and commerce, it is its own share and brand of litigation. So welcome to this city. Born on 25th April 1964 at Jammu, Justice Thakur had a brilliant academic career, did his schooling at St. Mary's Convent School. He was merit scholarship holder in board examination. Justice Thakur is a science graduate from GGM Science College in Jammu and did his law from University of Jammu. During those years, Justice Thakur was also state-level badminton player in various age groups, and I understand today also Justice Thakur is fond of badminton and golf. Justice Thakur enrolled as an advocate on 18th of October 1989 with Bar Council of Delhi and thereafter with Bar Council of Jammu and Kashmir. He started practice in the chambers of his brother, Sri Dheeraj Singh Thakur, who later became Chief Justice of India. He developed large practice in all branches of law and was designated as senior advocate in 2011. Answering call of duty, Justice Thakur was appointed as permanent judge of Jammu and Kashmir High Court on 8 March 2013, and with effect from 10 June 22, Justice Thakur is judge of our court. Sir, our association is the oldest association in the country and has made large contribution in terms of judges and law officers in the Supreme Court of India. But this is not all. It has strength of industry, perseverance and talent in abundance in its professional commitment. It has a heart and soul that can be kind at times and very stern and strong when needed. We have made significant contributions to preserve freedom, liberty, justice and the independence of judiciary. On behalf of all our members, I assure your Lordship our complete cooperation in dispensation of justice by your Lordship during your tenure here, which we hope is not very long, as we wish that steps of the highest court may call you sooner than expected. This is Justice Dheeraj Singh Thakur for us.
Thank you, Mr. Thakur. May I request one of our members, Ms. Ruju Thakur, to present a bouquet to welcome Justice Thakur in our midst. May I now request Justice Thakur to address our members. Come to the dais, please.
Mr. Nitin Thakur, the worthy President, Dr. Birendra Saraf, Mr. Kannade, senior members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'm quite grateful to all of you to be present here today to welcome me. It's indeed an emotional moment. Even if I had not received any invitation through Mr. Thakur, I would have in any case found an excuse to walk into this bar room one day to meet and interact with all of you. Anyway, thank you very much for inviting me. When Mr. Thakur walked into the chamber the other day to invite me, he was wearing a mask. So I'd heard about him even before I landed here in Mumbai. See, if you do well in the profession in Mumbai, you are known throughout the country. So, name of Mr. Thakur was not unknown to me as it is, you see, to many others who are serious in the profession. So he was wearing a mask and I thought, I've heard about him, but I must recognize him if I meet him outside. So I requested him to remove his mask, which he readily obliged. So when I looked at him, I said, he should be around 55 or so, but I couldn't resist asking him about his age. I'm not going to disclose to you his real age. He may not like it. But I can tell you that he said to me that he had joined the profession, which is exactly 4 years that I was born. So, Dr. Saraf, I know because Chief Justice B.P. Saraf was our Chief Justice in J&K High Court. And I had the privilege of arguing the first case after he took over. That was a matter pertaining to Fiat India, and I told Dr. Saraf about that. And that is the only connection which our High Court had at that time with Bombay High Court was through Dr. Saraf. So when I mentioned about Mr. Nitin Thakur's age, what I wanted to emphasize was that apart from the fact that Mr. Thakur has very good looks, the Bar Association should feel totally protected and safe in very good experienced hands. It was somewhere in the early 90s that I came to Bombay, as it then used to be called. I came here for a conference with the law firm. I don't remember the name of the law firm, but that was in Ready Money building in Fort area. So after I got free, I came around and took her around and I saw this majestic building. I also went to the canteen and there I met a young advocate who told me that he travels from Pune every day, 4 hours. And then I asked him, I said, 4 hours if you're traveling in the morning, 4 hours in the evening, when do you prepare briefs? He said, I prepare the briefs while I am traveling. So I could understand that what is the degree of difficulty of advocates, when they're practicing and they're coming to this institution. Least did I know that I would also be a part of this institution one day and talking to you from this stage. As I said that you have a legacy, you have a reputation. When I got transferred, former judges of this court told me that you are going to have a very good tenure because not only because your colleagues are good in the High Court, but even the bar is extremely good. I was told that they will assist you properly and fairly. They will not misguide you. And that is coming true. In the last 2 weeks, I can speak from my experience that I feel all of you are excellent. Seniors are excellent. Junior advocates, I find, they are very good. I indeed consider it as a matter of great privilege to be, be a part of you, to associate with you. For me, it is going to be a learning experience. Many jurisdictions which exist here, we were not exposed to in our parent High Court, and therefore I feel that it will expose me to a lot of new areas where I'll make an effort to learn and, maybe in some time come up to your expectations. When I was told by Mr. Thakur that this Bar Association has such a rich history, and Mahatma Gandhi was also a member of this Bar Association, so it is indeed a very humbling experience, very humbling experience. You have such a rich tradition which you are still maintaining. You have dominated, the political horizon of this country, and certainly the legal field. You have always sort of, in the Supreme Court and rest of the country made a name as advocates, as judges. Perhaps you have produced the maximum number of Chief Justices of India from this court, which is indeed a great achievement. Not many high courts and not many states and not many bar associations can claim that exclusive privilege and honor. For the younger advocates, I would say that notwithstanding the degree of difficulty, if you continue to persevere, you will do extremely well. We were lucky in many respects that we inherited offices. We could do well because of the ease with which we could have access to the clients. We inherited briefs, thousands of them. We got an opportunity. But many of the success stories here, you'll find, did not inherit offices, but they worked very hard. Therefore, never get discouraged. So there will be time when you will have success stories. Dr. Saraf is not from Mumbai, but he did well, he persevered. Many other advocates did not have any, they were not judges' sons, they were not related to advocates, they worked in offices, faced hardships. So please don't feel discouraged, only time will prove that you are capable and you had the merit and you will succeed. In our High Court, we had certain schemes for the benefit of advocates, junior advocates. During Corona, we have seen how those lawyers or advocates who were not well off, they suffered. We used to receive calls seeking monetary help. So our Chief Justice could get some money from the governor, but that was not enough to take care of every such advocate. But something needs to be done. There we used to be very liberal with imposition of costs, and we used to, create that corpus, and it does help to a large extent in ameliorating the difficulties which young lawyers face. They fall sick, sometimes so many cases we help them, accidental cases, severe diseases. So I'm not very sure, there must be some provision. And the other day I imposed some 10,000 rupees cost in 2 cases and directed the same to be deposited in the Advocates Welfare Fund. I was told that there is in fact an Advocates Welfare Fund.
We have a trust.
Oh.
Bombay Bar Association
Okay.
which we gave, whichever applied, the relief during Corona.
Oh, no. Is there any advocates welfare fund where, you know, the amount can get deposited? That is the. Oh, I see. So anyway, I thank you once again for inviting me. It's indeed a great experience for me to be here amongst all of you. You know, some of the names I don't want to take them here, but we used to look forward to their appearances in the High Court, and you people would never come. But it's a pleasure now to see you across. So I feel at least quite privileged that those, you know, stalwarts in the legal profession whom we could only, you know, see in the judgments appearing, their names appearing and their arguments being noticed in the books, we can actually see in real life. Thank you very much once again, and thank you very much.
Thank you, my lord. May I request Mr. Avinash Rana, our senior member and senior advocate, to present a small token of our appreciation for his lordship. Yes. Thank you, my lord. Before I begin with my vote of thanks, I am required to share some sentiments of our junior members of the bar with his lordship. It so happened that some of our junior members happened to see the farewell function of his lordship in Jammu and Kashmir High Court, my lord, on YouTube. And they heard my lords to say that the practice in Jammu and Kashmir High Court is that whenever a junior appears for the first time, adverse order normally is not passed against him. I informed those juniors that we don't have that practice, but they insisted that it's always a good time to start, and they wanted this to be conveyed to your lordship. With this, may I thank his lordship for accepting our invitation and being here with us today. I would like to thank all our members for attending in such large numbers. This concludes our function. Please join us for tea and snacks. Thank you.